Hey everyone, we are on the phone with Hannah and Hilly from the Hillywood show. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good. So, you guys have quite the fan base. I put out a post the other day to get your fans questions that they wanted to ask you, and my Twitter and Facebook has been blowing up ever since.
Oh, good.
Yes. But before we get to the fans' questions, I want to ask about the show a little bit. What made you want to get into TV?
Well, I started filming little shorts when I was very young. I started filming at the age of 9, and we just pursued that for fun. Like, we would get together with our friends, and we would do these videos and plays and things like that. So that's always just kind of been in our blood. And then in 2006, AOL Red had a contest for teens to send in their own idea for a web show. Now, this was before YouTube, so, before YouTube got big. So a web show was very, interesting for a lot of teens, and a ton of people entered. And out of 100,000 entries, we came in third place. Now, for the viewers that had voted us into third place, after the contest was over, they wrote us an email saying, if you guys continue this show on YouTube, that'd be really awesome, and I would watch it. And that made us kind of go, well, maybe we should do this, and just for fun. I was only 16 at the time. So then I got my sister more involved. I go, let's try out this YouTube thing and try to make it like a little series. And then from there, in 2009, we made a Twilight parody, which was our first musical movie production. And we had 100,000 views overnight. And I think that's when we said, okay, I think we found the brand of the Hillywood show. And we've stuck to our guns ever since.
Yeah. Now, do you have to get permission from the writers before you do that?
No, we don't have to get permission from, writers for example, the TV show or movies or anything like that. Mostly it's just the music, right? Yeah. So we always have to get permission for that, and we do so. And sometimes it works out, and sometimes it doesn't, so then we have to jump to the next idea. But everything has always worked out in God's timing, so it's gone very well for us.
Yeah, definitely. Now, do you ever work with different celebrities?
Well, honestly, we had never worked with a special guest before the Walking Dead parody. We met Osric in June last year, and it was at a convention at Finn because we were both appearing as special guests. So he was like the TV star, and we were like the little YouTube star. And I guess when worlds collide, this is what happens. We asked him, would you like to be a part of the Walking Dead parody? Because he showed a lot of interest into our show and had nothing but compliments and nice things to say about it. A very sweet guy. And then once we involved him in The Walking Dead, he just kept saying, if you guys ever do a supernatural parody, I'm on board. And he would always tease and kind of try to, poke us with that thought and idea. But no, we've never worked with celebrities since The Walking Dead, and now supernatural parody like that. This is a whole new ball game. And, hopefully things open up in the future for more, but we feel like the supernatural parody was a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and we are just head over heels that this has even happened for us. It's a huge blessing.
Yeah. Now, how long does it take to come up with the concept of what you're going to do?
I think it takes approximately, maybe 2 months. In regard to completion, the entire production, it takes about 2 months. Now, something as large as Supernatural, which was double in length and double in the amount of locations and scenes, that took us 3 months because of the magnitude of it. But for a normal size parody size, should I say, it takes 2 months approximately.
Do you travel a lot, or do you do it all from LA?
Oh, no, we're actually in Las Vegas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we travel out to LA for a lot lately, for appearances or interviews or, Comic-Cons and things like that. So we are we're pretty familiar with LA, but we film in Las Vegas, and you know what? Filming in Vegas saves a lot of money.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now, do you have a filming crew that you bring along with you?
No, not really, because everyone sees, like, the production itself, and they'll think maybe you have 50 to 100 crew members, like, it looks so high quality, so professional. If you watch our behind the scenes, there's maybe 4 or 5 people on set, and there's never enough hands. We sometimes will work with certain friends that have been there throughout the years. Day one, yeah. But they can only show up, I can only come 2 days out of all the 7 days of filming, so you kind of have to get, maybe even sometimes we have Hillywood fans that come as volunteers to help with moving things or playing, like, the music for us and stuff like that. But yeah, it's very tiny. Yeah, with regards to, the directing, the editing, like, how we want the cinematography framed, things like that. That's all of, like, our ideas and our concepts. So we do the job of, like, 40 people. So that's why we take a little longer in our process of making these parodies.
Yeah. But I think once it's out there, the response is phenomenal.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's what we totally live for.
Yeah.
Like, if we didn't get the response from our fans of, like, love and encouragement and support, we would have stopped a long time ago.
Yeah.
Because I think people think we're very confident in our work, like, this video is the best, yeah. But we put it out every time with, like, shaky hands, and we're really nervous because these are the people that are going to either, A, make it go viral, or B, hate it. So we put a lot of, work into this just to make them happy. So when we receive emails like, my kids love your show, I was really depressed, but your show makes me smile, little emails like that, it's everything to us. That's what we live for when we do the show. Absolutely.
Well, speaking of fans, I think we should get to the fan questions.
Yay!
And the first question comes from Mark Gujan, and I'm sorry if I pronounced your name wrong, but he wants to know, how long does it take you both, Hannah and Hilly, to create a parody from concept to completion?
I'm sorry, from what?
From the concept of it to when it's finished.
I think we sort of touched on that. I think it's around 2 months. If it's depending on the production, it could be 3 months. Yes.
Okay. And Danica Salaj wants to know, how did you guys involve the Supernatural cast?
That was actually, like, once again, Osric was poking around about Supernatural, and you should do the parody. Hilly had this really fun idea when she told me her concept. She said, what if, and there was a Vegas con that was happening for Supernatural at the time that we were thinking to do this parody. It all happened in God's timing, and she thought, well, paying tribute to Taylor Swift's music video, and at the very end of her video, how she has fans dancing in front of a white backdrop, she goes, what if somehow we could get, like, little cameos of, like, the cast? I wonder if it would work out. She mentioned it to Osric, who then, in return, mentioned it to Richard, who is the host of the Supernatural Gabriel, and he plays Gabriel. And they pretty much were the ones that put it together. They reached out to, like, everyone else's emails, and they said, hey, these are these girls. This is what they do. Osric has been in some of their productions. They're doing a video for Supernatural. Would you like to be interested? And we got an email back from Richard, like, with a list of, like, 14 people that were interested and that wanted to do it, for sure.
Oh, my gosh.
And that was a huge blessing. So, many thanks to just the close-knit cast and crew. Because, without the relationships with each other, this would have never happened. And so we were very, very blessed. But, the whole time we were there, it was like, we weren't 100% sure, how it was going to work with everyone's schedules. But I guess everyone just sort of, made time to come over and do these little cameos because, it was like a waiting game. You had to respect what was going on at the same time in their schedules. and what they already committed to. So it was a huge blessing every time someone would walk in and we would count, that's 1, that's 4, we just got 6. So every person that came in just made our day, and we are very thankful and appreciative to Richard and Osric and the entire cast for just being such good supports about it.
That's so cool. Now, Mary Lois wants to know that she wants you guys to know that she's from the Philippines, and she loves your parodies, and she wants to know what the best experience was doing the show.
Oh, of all of our years? The best experience that we've had in all of the years of our show, or with Supernatural parody?
Supernatural.
Okay. Probably, honestly, just working with the cast.
Yeah.
That's something we'll never forget. And then also, I loved driving the Impala. That was so much fun. That was in Oregon and on a road where nobody goes. And we just were out there for like 8 hours for 2 days. And I just got to drive this really awesome car back and forth. And I would have this stupid smirk on my face the whole day like an idiot. I was so happy.
Did you video it?
Did I what?
Did you, video it? Like, you driving behind the scenes and post the video?
Oh, yeah. We have a full feature of behind the scenes that's an hour, and we also have Dean Winchester's video diary that's also an hour, and it's all the good.
Awesome. Now, Addie Kate wants to know what inspired you both to have a YouTube channel, and did you ever think it was going to be as big as you thought it would be?
I am so sorry. You're breaking up. Can you just say that one more time? We missed the inspire part. What inspired us to what? And then I think we missed the next one. Yeah, sorry.
It's okay. Addie Kate wants to know what inspired you both to have a YouTube channel, and did you ever think it was going to be as big as you thought?
Okay. I heard you loud and clear. We touched on the YouTube thing, we touched on the YouTube. You can answer the next one. What was it again? It was, how did you ever think it was going to get this? Oh, no. With regard to our channel, it's been growing more and more over the years. But with this last one, it was just so overwhelming that it felt like a dream. It almost felt like you were going to wake up. It didn't happen. It's a big joke. It's a big lie. And I can't even explain it. I think finally the love and the support that we have always felt was beyond and above, to where people finally were like, thank you for all your hard work. And I was like, it was just so comforting and soothing to hear that, because we work our butts off for our fans. We want them to have the best product possible that they can enjoy for themselves. And this time they actually, I think every single person thanked us for working so hard. And I was like, you are very welcome, and I love you all. They've been just so supportive because they've shared it. Yeah, but even with us working our butts off, we were still nervous that they weren't going to like. Oh, yeah, no, exactly. It's that point where you're just like, oh my gosh, I really hope, because we're doing all this hard work, that they really like it, because we love it, because we're fans of, Supernatural, and so we would love, the little jokes we put in there, and did the little silly things, and we were like, well, I hope they get it. There was just so much little details, and they caught everything. That's the difference. The Supernatural family caught every freaking reference in our video, and that usually doesn't happen. There's always a couple of people that didn't exactly catch that reference, or was like, oh, I haven't seen that scene in years, so I didn't know it was a recreation. They knew exactly every freaking moment, and that was so special to us. It was just wow. Yeah, like I said, it's all that hard work, all those little details. Yeah. They were like, come on, put in every little reference. They were like, thank you. And I was like, oh my God, no, thank you. Yay.
Mm-hmm. Well, Megan Strickland wants to know, how do you and Hannah do the awesome effects and awesome wardrobe for your parodies?
Effects and wardrobe. How do we do makeup effects and wardrobe? Well, we are self-taught. We've never gone to makeup school, unfortunately.
Or film school.
Or film school, unfortunately. So, we just had to learn over the years from Hannah. She started doing my makeup for all my really old videos when I was 16 because I didn't know what the heck I was doing. And then after that, she kind of said, do your own makeup. So then I started doing my own makeup, and I kind of discovered, like, oh, God, I really like doing makeup. And so both of us are just self-taught, but it's funny now because I've been doing so much makeup, I now give Hannah tips, and before she would give me tips. So it's like we learn from each other.
Yeah, we learn from each other.
And I think that's kind of special. But honestly, we don't really have an answer for how do we do it. It's just we just learn since the age of 16.
It's been 8 years. You learn over the course of 8 years. Same thing with the costumes. We just have learned, and more than likely we learned it from our costume designer. His name was John Henson.
Yeah.
He taught us so much over the course of the years. He's the one that taught us all about the Twilight costumes,
how to communicate screen accurate stuff, how to really work at it. And since then, I think it really broadened our view of the costume world, like how you're actually supposed to get down to the nitty gritty of making it look exactly screen accurate or finding the exact brand. Unfortunately, John Henson passed away this March, was it?
Yeah, he passed away very recently.
This March, and he was a very young individual, I think just in his 30s. So, a lot of our credit goes to John for costume now being so screen accurate. So we miss John, but, thankfully he was a big part of our life, and, if he's listening in heaven, we just want to say thank you, because this is like I said, we would have kept up with the costumes, but we wouldn't have been so freaking anal about the details. He was so anal as well. So we were like little mini-me's of him. We learned a lot from him.
Yeah. Now, do you draw up the costumes or beforehand, or do you just go and make them?
I think she said, do you sew them?
I'm sorry, can you say it again? You got quiet again.
Sorry. I said, do you, draw up the costumes first of, what it's going to look like, or do you just jump right in and make them?
Oh,
it depends.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of hard being really free with our costumes because we have the script in mind first. So sometimes we know exactly what we're going to wear in this scene. So we already start getting the pattern together and the materials, and then we take it to our grandmother, who works at Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas, and she sews them, or she hems them, or alters them, and works her magic. But for Supernatural, it was kind of hard because, we would do all these scenes, and we'd say, oh, Dean and Sam and the Impala, Dean and Sam here, and if it really wasn't exactly a recreation, we were like, okay, well, what plaid shirt are we wearing for this, or what cargo shirt? It was kind of hard for us to decide, okay, I think Dean, this is an iconic look for Dean. This is an iconic look for Sam. So it's moments like that where we don't have it totally set in stone.
Right.
And we kind of just have to work with the concept instead of just making a costume.
Right. I understand. Now, who is that? Sam Mustafa, I think I pronounced that correctly, wants to know if we will see you both on CW Supernatural.
Oh my God. Well, if that ever happens, I will be besides myself. It's really up to the writers if they want to show us in a cameo or give us a little.
Yeah, it's completely up to them.
A little sneaky part. It's completely up to them. But hey, CW, we'd be more than down for it. I would fly to Canada ASAP.
Yeah. Maybe you should contact the writers and producers and, put a little tip in their ear,
I honestly leave that up to our fans.
I think the fans have been kind of bugging them already, can they please have, a part in season 11, please? So hopefully, something would open up, but we are just beyond thankful that
they really enjoyed it.
We've been getting really good positive feedback from, the CW Supernatural and things like that. So it's really up to them.
Yes. And Chanel Brown wants to know, Hilly, if you will follow her on Twitter.
I don't know. I don't think, unfortunately, we don't follow our fans because once you follow one, everybody feels like they have to be followed. Like, we don't want to hurt anybody.
It's really bad.
Yeah, we'd have to, like, follow all of our fans. And not only that, but, like, when we're doing social media, we, like, have to keep up to date with what's important posting. And when you follow a ton of people, sometimes you can't see that because it's, like, 1,000 posts. And you're like, oh, my God, like, what just happened? The world just blew up.
Yeah, I hear you on that one.
Yeah.
Now, Gazella Limentara wants to know, what editing program do you use?
We use Adobe Premiere Pro.
Oh, okay. I've heard of that. And Lonnie Hammond wants to know, can you ask Hilly and Hannah if it took more than 9 days for the Supernatural parody?
Yes. I know we put on Twitter that it was 9 days, but we had to have, the secret was that we had filmed 4 extra days with the cast members. So we have a total of 13 film shoot days that Supernatural took. So, yeah, we just couldn't say anything because we were trying to keep it a big secret.
Yes. All the behind the scenes. You gotta keep that a secret, huh?
I'm sorry, what?
I said all the behind the scenes, you have to keep it a secret.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. We have to. And that was the best part about it, is that we just really didn't even want to hint. I think we just said, like, starring Osric and Rob, because Rob Benedict actually plays Kane in our parody, so we had 2 amazing actors that had already committed as roles. So we gave that away, saying they're going to have a role. We didn't tell them who, but we told our fans they're going to have a role in this thing. And then we just decided not to even say anything else besides, we're going to have Rob and Osric and a couple other surprises. And we kind of just played it like real soft, and nobody. That's why, so many people started sharing it, because we kept it a surprise. We didn't want to spoil it.
Exactly. No.
And even the stars kept it a surprise, because we told them, we're like, it's not going to be out. And they're like, okay, we won't say anything.
Now, what is the next parody that you will be releasing or working on?
I know that we have a few ideas right now. I don't think we're going to say exactly what they are, because as time goes on, it depends, again, what music license opens up, what opens up for the parody. But right now, we're just enjoying the Supernatural wave. We're enjoying all the love and support. People want to meet us. They want to see us possibly cosplay for Comic-Con. We'll see what happens, but we're getting booked for the summer with, little tours and appearances.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. We're really excited because we actually get to meet the people that have, supported this parody.
Yeah, so shout out to any of the fans that will be listening to this. If you would like to see us in your town or at any upcoming conventions that you're going to be a part of, we are asking our fans to write in, the people who run the event, and write in a request for the Hillywood show to appear. Because, we can go out to these people and say, hey, we'd like to come, but unless they see, the fans writing in, then that's a really big impact. So, guys, if you would like to see us at any upcoming conventions, please write and tell them, because we really want to go and meet you.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Hilly and Hannah, for calling in. Everyone, check out the Hillywood show. And where can our listeners check it out?
You can check it out at thehillywoodshow.com, or if you're a YouTube person and you like to go on YouTube, it's youtube.com/Hillywood. And don't forget to subscribe. We're getting really close to 1 million subscribers, so that'd be really awesome. More subscribers.
Awesome.
So thank you, Shawna. This was a lot of fun.
Yes, thank you so much, and I'm so happy that we were able to coordinate it with the fans and everything. I love getting fan questions and incorporating fans into the interviews.
Yeah, that was super fun. Thanks for letting them send you questions.
Oh, yeah, no problem. Anytime. And if you guys are in New York, let me know. I'd love to meet you guys.
Oh, my gosh, we sure will. I want to go to New York so bad. We've only been there once, and it was at 2 a.m. and we were lost in a taxi. So we have to redo the New York trip because that one was a little interesting.
Definitely. Oh my gosh. Well, let me know when you guys are here, and I'll come meet you guys.
That would be wonderful.
Awesome. Well, everyone, stay tuned for Shawna on the radio. Thank you so much, girls, for calling in.
Thank you. Talk to you later.
Thank you. Talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.